Imagine a world where everyone has a say, where your voice matters. That's the Eastern Shoshone for you. These folks have been practicing direct democracy for generations. They call it the General Council. It's like a town hall meeting, but way cooler. Picture this, the whole tribe gathers. Elders, youngsters, everyone in between. They get together at the Rock Hall, fancy podiums and microphones, people talking, and boy do they talk. They debate, they argue, they laugh. It's democracy in its purest form. This system, it's not just about making decisions. It's about bringing people together. It's like a family dinner, but instead of fighting over the last slice of pizza, they're deciding the future of their community. And let me tell you, it works wonders for unity. The General Council isn't just a political thing. It's a cultural cornerstone. It's where traditions are passed down, where stories are shared, where the community grows stronger. It's like the tribal glue that holds everything together, and boy is it sticky. Now, you'd think everyone would be on board with this awesome system, right? Wrong. There's always someone who wants to rain on the parade. Enter the Shoshone Business Council, or SBC for short, a representative democracy. These guys had their own version of democracy, but it was more like a buffet where only the big shots got to eat. The SBC faction, they were green with envy. They saw how well the Eastern Shoshone were doing, how united they were, and they didn't like it one bit. It was like watching your neighbor get a shiny new car while you're still riding a rusty bike. So what did they do? They stirred up trouble. They spread rumors. They tried to divide the Eastern Shoshone. It was like a bad reality TV show, but with real consequences. And before you knew it, boom, civil war. Now, civil wars are never pretty. This one, it was uglier than a hairless cat in a rainstorm. Brother against brother, friend against friend. The very fabric of the Eastern Shoshone community was being torn apart. It was a dark time, folks, real dark. But here's the thing about the Eastern Shoshone. They're tough. Tougher than a $2 steak. When the going got tough, they got tougher. They didn't just roll over and play dead. No, sir. They fought back. How did they do it? With the very thing that made them strong in the first place, their unity. They doubled down on their General Council meetings. They talked more. They listened more. It was like relationship counseling for an entire tribe.
We also got creative. We started using smoke signals to communicate across long distances. It was like Twitter, but with actual fire. We organized secret meetings in caves. It was like a tribal version of the Bat Cave, minus the fancy gadgets.
And slowly but surely, they started to turn the tide. Their unity became their strength. Their democracy became their weapon. It was like watching David take on Goliath, but with less slingshots and more talking sticks. Section 4 democracy goes digital. The Shoshone App Revolution. Now, fast forward a few years, the Eastern Shoshone have won the war. They're back on top, but they're not about to rest on their laurels. Oh no, they decide to take their democracy to the next level. How? With an app. That's right, folks, they went digital.
Picture this, a Shoshone elder, wrinkled as a raisin, swiping on a smartphone. It's like seeing your grandma on Tinder. But instead of looking for love, they're voting on tribal matters. It's democracy at the speed of Wi-Fi.
This app? It's a game changer. It allows tribe members to participate in council meetings from anywhere. Stuck at work? No problem. On a vision quest in the mountains? You can still vote. It's like being in two places at once, minus the need for cloning.
But it's not just about voting. The app is a cultural hub. It's got language lessons, tribal history, even recipes for traditional dishes. It's like having the entire tribe in your pocket. And let me tell you, that's a lot of people to fit in your skinny jeans.
Section 5. Modernization meets tradition, a new era of governance. Now, you might think this app would replace the old ways, but you'd be wrong. The Eastern Shoshone are smarter than that. They use the app to enhance their traditional practices, not replace them. It's like putting racing stripes on a horse. It's still a horse, but now it looks cooler.
The app helps organize in-person meetings. It sends out smoke signal emojis to remind people of gatherings. It even has a feature where you can virtually pass the talking stick. It's tradition with a high-tech twist, like a powwow with laser lights.
But here's the real kicker. The app has brought the younger generation back into the fold. Kids who thought tribal politics was as exciting as watching paint dry are now engaged. They're voting. They're debating. They're participating. It's like they discovered politics is actually interesting. Who knew?
And the elders? They're loving it too. They can share their wisdom with the click of a button. It's like they've all become tribal influencers. #elder wisdom is trending, folks.
Section 6, the Eastern Shoshone today, thriving through unity. So, where are the Eastern Shoshone now? They're thriving, that's where. Their direct democracy is stronger than ever. It's like they took their traditional system, gave it a modern makeover, and created a governance supermodel. Their community is more united than ever. The app has bridged generational gaps. It's connected far-flung members of the tribe. It's like they've created a virtual campfire where everyone can gather, no matter where they are. And their success, it hasn't gone unnoticed. Other tribes are taking notes. They're asking for the Eastern Shoshone's secret sauce recipe. It's like they've become the Google of tribal governance. Everyone wants to know how they do it, but the Eastern Shoshone aren't keeping it a secret. They're sharing their knowledge. They're helping other tribes develop their own apps. They're spreading the gospel of digital democracy because that's who they are. They're not just about their own success, they're about lifting everyone up. And in today's world, that's something we could all learn from. The Eastern Shoshone, proving that you can honor your past while embracing your future. Now that's what I call smart governance. Hail Shoshone!